So recently, my sister gave me 6 apples. She was at church volunteering with the food stuff, and they gave her some extra apples that they had, and then she gave them to me. And so now I am once again left with the burden of what do I do with these apples? Luckily, TikTok came to the rescue, and I found this really great recipe for this apple butter syrup for my coffee. And so that's what I'm gonna make today, as well as some other TikTok recipes that I found and thought looked great and decided to try. So now I'm essentially doubling this recipe, because instead of 2 apples, I used 6. I mean, it would be tripling the recipe, but I don't want to have that much of it sitting around, because I don't want it to go bad before I use it. So we're just going to double the recipe. The recipe will be linked in the description for you. We need 2 cups of brown sugar. We need 2/3 of a cup of white sugar. We need 2 tablespoons of butter, but in my case, I am using vegan butter. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and a half teaspoon of nutmeg. 2 cups of water. And it says half of a real lemon. I have this stuff, so I'm just gonna do like a nice splash. That was probably too much, but it's fine. I'm just gonna do 2 pinches of salt because I'm doubling it. And we're just gonna let this baby work for 10 minutes. Oh, I almost forgot to add the vanilla. Just a little bloop of the vanilla. I'm gonna let this simmer for 10 minutes. And don't worry, when I strain the apples, they will go into tartlets. I do not like to waste food, so the apples pieces that are in the syrup, they're going to go into tartlets and they're going to be eaten and enjoyed, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I strained this and I've been letting it cool for about an hour now. I would say we have some pretty nice looking syrup here. Let's try to do this without spilling any. I am going to let this come fully to room temperature before I put it in the fridge though, because I don't want to clean up broken glass. Smells delightful. Ooh! Oh, that's delightful. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be, which is okay. If you like things really sweet, you might have to add an additional sweetener here. But you definitely get the apple, and you definitely get the cinnamon. So I really like that. It's got a really nice fall autumnal flavor to it. So the second recipe I found on TikTok that looked so interesting that I just had to try it involves yogurt. Now theirs is probably, I think it was Greek yogurt. I have this coconut yogurt. I got a grocery outlet for cheap. I'm just going to use this. I'm sure it's going to work fine. It's gonna be like these bagel bites with the cream cheese in the middle. I also got this cream cheese at Grocery Outlet. And it just sounded so good that I just had to try them. But the only thing is, instead of using all-purpose flour and baking powder and salt, I'm gonna use this self-rising flour that I have. There's 1 cup of yogurt. Obviously, if you use a Greek yogurt, which there are plant-based Greek yogurts out there, you will end up with more protein. But really, I just need something to use this yogurt up. I just may need to add a little extra flour to this. Yeah, see, it's sticking to me a little bit. Just add a little extra flour to this. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. I'll show you 2, and then I'm just going to do the rest off camera. I've got this little scoop here. It's going to help me with the cream cheese. Let me just go like this, close it up. Nice! So I am adding more flour to my work surface, so just something to know about this is to make sure you have extra flour at arm's reach. But so far, I mean, they're looking pretty good. I think they look great. Now I've got some vegan butter that I am just going to brush over the top of these. I've got this jalapeno, everything but the bagel seasoning, that I got on clearance at Marshall's. I'll throw some of this on. And now we just have to bake these at 375 for 25 minutes, and I will see you when they're done. Okay, so as you can see, some of them have leaked a little bit, but some of them are intact, and they are golden brown on the bottom, so I'm pretty sure they're done. Let me give this a try. So, you know, I wish there was a little more cream cheese in there, right? That is good though. So the ones that didn't leak are actually delicious. But I guess my recommendation to you would be to make sure they're sealed really well if you try to make these, so they don't like leak open and ooze everywhere. But that's actually really good. So the last recipe I want to make from TikTok is this really cute pumpkin loaf. I'm just going to use this one person's bread recipe, and then I got the idea from, I think it was Courtney McKenzie was the one that I saw. So we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I will link this recipe for the bread in the description. I've got my packet of yeast, and I've got 110-degree water that I'm just going to add here, and let this sit for about 5 minutes. In the meanwhile, I have the bowl to my stand mixer because I'm not about kneading right now. I'm just not. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of oil, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and 3.5 cups of flour. I'm using all-purpose. I add my yeast mixture, and I knead for 3 to 4 minutes with my stand mixer. Alright, I'll just spray this with a little oil. It's a little soft. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but well, I'm still going to use it. This will do a rise of 30 minutes, and then we'll be... I'll show you what else happens. Oh, she rose a little bit. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I've got some parchment paper. There we go. Now, I've got my little baker's twine here. And we're going to try very hard to make this work. Go. I'm just gonna plop her down. Just like that. I really hope this works. Snip. I'm just gonna plop it in here, and I'm gonna hope for the best. In we go. 375 for like 25 to 30 minutes. Okay. So I did have to bake it a little longer than the recipe called for, but I think this worked. I'm kind of scared to take the twine out because I don't want to destroy it. I really don't want to ruin this, you know? Oh, I'm scared. Okay, we did it. Okay. I mean, it kind of worked, right? I got the cinnamon stick. Okay, that's cute. That's so cute. So, you know, if you look at it from the side, it's a little iffy, right? But if you look at it from the top, we're in. We did it. I don't know. I think it looks good. I'm happy with it. And it probably tastes good. I mean, it's bread, right? How could it not taste good? I'm very pleased. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. I had fun. I had a good time. If you're interested in, like, vegan cooking, vegan TikTok hacks I do sometimes, cook with me, pantry cooking, lots of cooking. If you're into any of that, I do body doubling sometimes too. Go ahead and subscribe. We'd love to have you along for the ride. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a like. Helps me, helps the channel, keeps fresh content coming at you. And I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a beautiful day.